Todd Chrisley had surprisingly strict dress code for Lindsie. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In a shocking twist, Todd Chrisley had a surprisingly strict dress code for his eldest daughter, Lindsie Chrisley. Though the two had a strained relationship for many years, they did reconcile before he went to prison for 12 years. Now the 35-year-old is opening up about being a Chrisley daughter and the rules she had to abide by. Keep reading for further details. Todd Chrisley's strict dress code for Lindsie. Lindsie Chrisley has been shunned by her siblings, especially her younger sister, Savannah Chrisley. They had all come together before their parents, Julie and Todd Chrisley, were sentenced. In October 2022, Lindsie appeared on Savannah's podcast, and it looked like they were mending whatever broken fences had been there in the past. Unfortunately, that did not last long, as Savannah alleged her sister was to blame for their parents' conviction. More so, she claimed Lindsie had been a snitch and their relationship fell apart and has been irretrievably broken. Fortunately, both girls are still very close to Todd's mother, Nanny Chrisley, and she will pop by both podcasts. She was just on Unlocked discussing the holidays and Savannah's boyfriend, Robert Shiver. Nanny also predicted when she foresees Todd and Julie coming home. She was also on Lindsie's Southern Tea podcast talking about moving and major life changes. Now, Lindsie is opening up about what it was like growing up with Todd as her father and the strict rules he had forced upon her. According to People, Todd Chrisley had a very strict dress code for Lindsie Chrisley when she was a teenager. This is interesting given he was all about making his children and himself as pretty as possible. She dished on this during her Coffee Convos podcast, which she co-hosts alongside teen mom alum, Kailyn Lowry. I specifically remember when I was in middle school that I wanted all these clothes from Abercrombie and then went through the limited to phase. I was not allowed to wear any of that stuff, and I felt so left out. Lindsie noted Todd was against her wearing skirts because he absolutely was not being a part of that. How did this come up? So how did the whole dress code situation even come up? After all, Kailyn Lowry has 6 boys and an infant daughter, Valley. Therefore, she has not made it to the tween or teenage part of worrying about what her daughter is wearing just yet. Apparently, Lindsie Chrisley was interested in Kailyn's opinion on a new fad that girls are wearing called butterfly skirts. I was having a conversation with somebody last night, and we were talking about kids and clothes and how they dress today, specifically girls. Where is the line that you draw as a parent that is mothering girls? Lindsie is also a boy mom with her son, Jackson being just 11. Kailyn noted that girls should be free to express themselves because they are not the problem. She added, "However, we live in a society where that's like, we do have to be careful." Are you shocked that Todd Chrisley was so strict, he would not even allow skirts? More so, do you think that is why Lindsie has more fun with clothing as an adult? Let us know in the comments below. Todd Chrisley had surprisingly strict dress code for Lindsie. When it comes to family dynamics, few have captured the public's imagination like the Chrisley family. Known for their lavish lifestyle and complex relationships, the family has been featured on their reality television show Chrisley Knows Best. Among the many stories that have emerged from the family's public life, one of the most striking is Todd Chrisley's surprisingly strict dress code for his daughter Lindsie. This dress code has become a talking point for fans and critics alike, as it sheds light on Todd's approach to parenting, control, and image. Lindsie Chrisley, the oldest daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley, has long been a prominent figure on the family's reality TV show. Her life has been a whirlwind of media exposure, personal struggles, and complicated relationships. While Todd is often seen as a supportive father, his strict nature, particularly regarding Lindsie's appearance, has raised eyebrows. Todd, who is known for his wealth and larger-than-life persona, has always been a man of distinct tastes and a keen sense of personal style. His penchant for high-end fashion, luxury, and a carefully crafted public image is well documented. It's no surprise, then, that his daughter, Lindsie, would be held to similar standards when it came to her attire. But what is particularly striking is the intensity with which Todd enforced these standards. Todd's rules weren't merely suggestions. They were expectations that often dictated Lindsie's day-to-day life. In an environment where image is everything, appearance was often seen as a reflection of not just Lindsie's personality, but also of Todd's success and status. The pressure for Lindsie to adhere to these expectations created tension within the family, with Lindsie at times feeling as though her father's standards were more about showcasing his wealth than allowing her to express her own personal style. The strict dress code imposed on Lindsie ranged from the colors she could wear to the kinds of fabrics that were deemed acceptable. There were rules regarding modesty, as well as strict prohibitions against revealing too much skin. Todd believed that a woman should present herself in a way that matched his ideals of class, dignity, and sophistication. For Lindsie, this sometimes meant that her personal preferences clashed with her father's ideas of what was appropriate for her to wear. The dress code wasn't just about clothing. It also extended to accessories, hairstyles, and makeup. Todd, with his eye for detail, scrutinized every aspect of his daughter's appearance. Lindsie was often expected to present herself in a way that was consistent with the image Todd wished to project to the world. This could be both empowering and constricting for Lindsie, as she navigated her father's expectations while trying to assert her own independence. It wasn't only about how Lindsie looked in public. Todd's focus on her appearance extended to family gatherings, events, and even casual moments at home. The standard never seemed to drop, and Lindsie found herself constantly in the spotlight, not only for her actions, but for the way she dressed. There was little room for deviation from the carefully curated image Todd wanted to uphold. This pressure didn't go unnoticed by the public. Many fans of Chrisley Knows Best were surprised to learn of the intense dress code imposed on Lindsie. In a world where personal expression through fashion is often celebrated, the idea of a father dictating his daughter's wardrobe seemed antiquated, if not controlling. Yet, for Todd, it was a way to ensure that his family reflected the success and prestige he had worked so hard to achieve. The relationship between Todd and Lindsie has been a complicated one, full of ups and downs. The dress code issue is just one aspect of their complex father-daughter dynamic. Lindsie has often been vocal about her desire to break free from the constraints of her family's expectations, and this struggle has played out publicly on multiple occasions. She has worked hard to carve out a space for herself that is separate from her father's overbearing presence. This has led to moments of tension, with Lindsie expressing frustration over her father's attempts to control her life, both professionally and personally. At times, Lindsie's rebellion against Todd's dress code was subtle. She might wear an outfit that was just a little too daring, or opt for a hairstyle that defied her father's preferences. In other instances, she was more direct in her defiance, making it clear that she would not adhere to every expectation placed upon her. These moments of rebellion often created rifts between the two, with Todd feeling disrespected and Lindsie feeling suffocated by his overbearing nature. But despite the tension, there were moments where Todd's strictness appeared to be motivated by a desire to protect Lindsie from the scrutiny and harsh judgment that comes with fame. Todd's adherence to a high standard of dress was not merely about controlling Lindsie. It was about shielding her from the public's unforgiving eye. By dressing in a way that adhered to Todd's strict dress code, Lindsie could avoid becoming a target of criticism or scandal. However, as Lindsie matured, she began to question these rules and the broader implications of her father's behavior. Over time, she came to understand that the strict dress code wasn't just about aesthetics. It was a reflection of deeper issues within the Chrisley family. The pressure to look a certain way was part of a larger pattern of control that Todd exerted over his children, often at the cost of their personal autonomy. This tension came to a head during a period in which Lindsie distanced herself from the family. After a series of public disagreements and emotional moments, Lindsie chose to separate from Todd and the rest of the Chrisley clan. In the wake of this decision, she opened up about the control she had felt throughout her life, especially regarding her appearance. While she loved her father, she began to understand that she needed to assert her independence and find her own voice, one that was not dictated by Todd's vision. The dress code Todd enforced on Lindsie became a symbol of the larger power dynamics at play within the Chrisley family. It was a microcosm of the control and manipulation Todd often wielded over his children, particularly Lindsie. The story of Lindsie's struggle with her father's expectations offers a poignant reflection on the complexities of family relationships and the challenges of navigating individual identity within the confines of a public persona. In the years since, Lindsie has worked hard to build her own identity outside the shadow of her father's control. She has pursued various personal and professional ventures, gaining a sense of independence that she hadn't experienced while under Todd's strict oversight. While her relationship with her father has undoubtedly been strained by these tensions, Lindsie's ability to define herself on her own terms has been a key part of her personal growth. Todd, for his part, continues to maintain his high standards for appearance and behavior, but he has also had to confront the reality that his children are not extensions of his own image. They are individuals with their own needs and desires. The dynamic between Todd and Lindsie remains complex, but it's clear that both have learned valuable lessons about boundaries, self-expression, and the importance of respect in their relationship. As time passes, the story of Todd Chrisley's strict dress code for Lindsie becomes a symbol of the larger struggle for autonomy within the Chrisley family. It's a story about the clash between public expectations and personal identity, and how one woman navigated the complex pressures of fame, family, and self-expression. In the end, Lindsie's story is a reminder that no matter how strict the dress code may be, there is always room for personal growth and the eventual assertion of individuality. Lindsie Chrisley's journey reflects the ongoing evolution of family dynamics, fame, and the power of self-determination. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.